Welcome back. It's Two Box again. I got a couple more stories today, so we're going to be telling them. And for those of you who watched last week's video, I did actually have this one scheduled, so I really did truly do it. You can be proud. Our first story for today is about this truck stop off of the Thruway in my hometown that I used to visit all the time at night, because it was one of the only places that had a McDonald's. I spent way too much of my hard-earned money that I got slaving away at the local family business, making burgers and chicken wings every day of my life. I spent all my money at a different place that made cheeseburgers and chicken nuggets. And we would go at the late... You know what? Hold on. Hold that thought. I need to fuck up this wizard. This guy really thinks he's... What? We would get to this McDonald's by driving off of 20 up this, like, quiet little road where, like, people lived on and stuff. And there would be this random little... There's, like, this, like, really quick bend. Like, you can tell that this road was there way before the Thruway was there, because it just kind of, like, carved through it. And it made this other road kind of just come to an abrupt ending on both sides.
The roads of Skyrim lead to many dangers.
I like the look of this guy. Fishing. So, sorry. I promised for this recording I would get on less tangents, but I guess that's just what I do best. So, we went up the dirt road, we come to this weird little bend. There's like a sharp turn because the Thruway is right there, and then it goes to this little parking lot. And then what you do is you park in this parking lot where there's usually at least one other vehicle. Other than that, empty, lit up by giant lights. You go down, there's for some reason not a fence, but there's no like drivable or paved like way. Like there's like a sidewalk, but no, like you can't, the car just goes to this parking lot and turns around. You can't get from this parking lot to the like truck stop and then in turn to the Thruway. That's just like not possible. Fucking Dark Brotherhood assassin again. These guys need to give me a fucking break. You couldn't get onto the Thruway from this back road that we would take. Long story short, okay? That was impossible. We would just park there, walk to McDonald's. I imagine it was for the employees of the rest stop, because there was a McDonald's. I think there was also like an Auntie Anne's. Nowadays, that's all gone. It's replaced by fucking Apple Green. So one time, me and my friend were in this parking lot, and you have to walk between all these like giant trucks, like giant trucks, semis at the time. Like I'm going back into my kid brain just thinking about this place, and like there's just so many of them, and you'd walk between them, and it felt like such an oddity, because like there's nothing like that nearby, at least that I knew about. So going there always was like so interesting, and it felt like you were just seeing under the curtain of like what really happened in the world, and it was just interesting to me. And I was there one night, and I think it was him driving. We were getting McDonald's, and he said he would run in and get it. Like I could just stay in the car. And I was there, and this might have even been a different time, and I'm mixing two of them up. Fucking classic, bro. But you guys, I am sitting in the car, and I'm not gonna leave because I was waiting for him. He's inside the McDonald's. And mixing this up with another time, I had a different motive for being there. I don't know. A lot of smoked in this time of my life. And we're in this parking lot, and there's like literally stereotypical white van like parked on the different end of it, like nothing to do with us. There was often other people there like going into the McDonald's. Like other people knew about this exploit like us. And also people, I imagine this is a perfect place, like this unguarded back little road that connects to like 20, which is like another quick way to like move some distance and get out of town and connect to the Thruway. And like I can just imagine organizing some
trouble nearby. I probably shouldn't tell everyone who had. No, I think I got this one.
Oh wait, I fucked dialogue up last time too. I think if you do a different dialogue, you can go with her. I just imagine that's a perfect place to get up to some shady shit. For some reason that like weird pinch point makes sense to me. Like I don't know. You know what I mean? Am I spitting facts, or is this not making any fucking sense? I'm lingering way too long in this first story, too. I just basically think I saw a drug deal happen. Like, there was people pulling up, getting out, talking to each other, driving off. And the van was, like, staying there. and there was a lot of this happening, and I was just like watching it from this other car, waiting for my friend to come back with the McDonald's. So yeah, that's that first story. Just kind of a cool little oddity of my hometown. I don't know if other people had things like this, these like weird places where you just suspect that shit would go down. That's kind of like the infrastructure, just kind of like a little like something that they just look over and just kind of happens in the shadows. I don't know. I don't know what I just took either. Maybe I'm up one. I don't know. So the next one is actually not a story that happened to me. This happened to my. Just a little quick one. I'll get through this one pretty quick for once. She was basically walking on one of these same like country roads in the same town, you know, walking on like an area with a sidewalk and everything. No more, no more. I love when they say that. I'm already in the animation. Like they're done, bro. But she was walking with I think one of her friends, and then like randomly, someone like that was driving just randomly like swerves and tries to hit them. And she like steps off the road like, yo, what the like they just like totally like maybe they were a drunk driver or something, because like there was all kinds of beach bars and shit along this road. But that just always creeped me the out, because I would also bike late at night on that same road, and like you'd see these people driving by, and it's just like you never know what their intentions are, man. Like I swear I don't remember. I don't want to mistell her story. I mean, like I've probably heavily fictionalized all these stories by this point. It's been so long and haven't thought of them in so long. Who knows how like. I just remember the creepy feeling of being in these situations and just wondering what's going to happen. Like you're basically at the will of these people that, like, I think of myself as a teenager, like doing stupid shit, like being out at night, walls, all of this shit, being at these like abandoned locations. And like, what kind of other people are going to be doing that shit, you know? So anytime I'd see someone else, even if it was a very minor interaction, I was always like just super wary of anyone else that was there, and like would be immediately creeped out by seeing them. So yeah, that's all for that one. I just thought that was, imagine losing your life because some insane individual just decides to swerve off and hit you, just like what, for fun or something. So that leads into my third story, which is actually a beach fair story. So I think that's very cozy. I think if you like to watch these videos to fall asleep or something like that, there will be more coming out soon. And this last story is perfect. And I know I have more stories like this that, like me watching other content like this, reminds me of. So if you don't think these are real, that's fine. I probably will tell fake stories later. We used to have beach fires all the time. There was a beach not far, like a public beach not far from my friend's house. We would like walk, skateboard down there every night, bring like some drinks, and just have a good time on the beach, playing guitar and singing and all that shit. So one night we had a fire. Sorry. Yeah, and we're like, I think we were probably eating like wieners or something. We're probably cooking something on the fire. And, you know, like there were some big properties on the beach, like all along the beach. There's always this like mixture of like places that like we would hang out, like public places. And then these like huge properties that had like vast sections of private beach. And like, as long as we were on this beach, were kind of on this guy's property. It was like a public beach, and like we lived on the road, you know, but like it still always felt a little weird to me. And my friends never really said anything about it. I don't really know, honestly, if we were or not, but I suspect that this guy was the property owner, because I don't know who else it could have been. It could have been a host or something. It could have been anything. And because, you know, like this dude, actually, there was the other property owner too, because maybe we were right between their properties, because this one guy was sick. He like would hide his like boat in like the razor grass, and like he would go out on his like boat, and it looked like a little UFO. It had like LEDs all along it. It was just a long ass canoe. He would just go out, and there were just like paddles, and just go so far out in the lake, and we would just see his little blimp, like the lights out there, and like he would come in like super late at night and just like walk up the beach, not say anything to us, put his boat back in the razor grass, and just go up to his house. That guy was cool, and maybe that was the same guy as this, but I don't know, because this is the only time that anyone ever talked to us. He just comes out of nowhere, like straight up out of thin, pure darkness. He just appears and sits down at our fire and is like, So are you guys Boy Scouts or something? And we're just like, what the fuck? Like, we have I think we had a lit jail. If not, we have like cracked practice and like, suffice to say, we necessarily weren't supposed to have that type of shit, especially not there. So we were just concerned immediately, like, who is this guy? What's he gonna say to us? We're down there, and he starts saying all this weird shit to us like that, and we're just like getting creeped out, looking at each other like, what do we even make of this? I don't remember. I think he asked us where we live, and like we vaguely told him because we kind of knew not to do that. But like also, if he was like the owner, you know, in my town, like a lot of times I could say like, oh, you know, my dad owns this blank thing, and that might make them immediately like warm up to me a little bit or something, you know? That's just the way things are in some of these places. Whoa. That was weird. But we don't know who this guy is. We never heard of him again. We never saw him again. This is the only time we saw him. And I don't remember what we told him. He just kind of listened for a while, looked at us all, you know, took the whole thing in, and then just left. He just got and left. I don't remember if he exited to the stairs. I don't think he did. Like, there were stairs that led up to like the road and stuff. He just kind of came and left. It was weird. Like, I don't really know what to make of this. It would like, I swear he just like got up, walked down to the water's edge, just stood there for a while until we like stopped looking at him, and then he was just gone. Like, he probably just walked to the left, to the right, but it was just so weird. Like, who just goes up to this group of kids and just talks to them for a while, asks like some personal information about them, and then just leaves? Unless you like own the land and you just want to kind of like, that's his like weird incognito way of like scoping out who's like trespassing, and like if we seem chill, he's not going to say anything about it, type of thing. I'm alone in the apartment right now, and the cats are making noise behind me, looking into the dark corners, creeping me out. I don't know. I don't know if I just missed everything in this place. This is my first playthrough of Skyrim, okay? I'll admit that. And I'm like still pretty early game. Haven't really been to this side of the map very much. I'm just kind of walking around. There's probably more to this broken tower of Redoubt, right? Than just like one room I went in. Like, I'm trying to think of the story and also play this game, and I'm just kind of failing at both. But if you want more of this, just watch it and like the video, maybe subscribe, do all that stuff. Email me, send me a story. Let me know if my build is ass or not. You know, I'm open to anything. So yeah, I'm gonna probably record another one of these after this and schedule to upload again. Let me know what you think of for the next gaming, 2Box Gaming and talking about scary things video. Thank you, and bye.